YouTube fam, Maverick in the space again. See the settings again. Still the best and most credible. Still fear and fearless analysis. Anytime it no fear, and anytime it no fearless, but not do it. Alright, so this provocation, defense against murder, and for manslaughter. You know the Silvera case of everybody mentals busy. From legal luminaries to village lawyer like myself. Common sense merchant like myself. So, me I think about this provocation defense. That's what me I call it, you know. And me I say, you know, say it don't make no sense to her. But on this other hand, I heard a young lawyer on a program. I explained the provocation defense a little bit more detail. Because initially, your common sense kind of trigger and say, but most people who commit murder, they can make a case that they were provoked by something, you know, or someone, you know. Think about it. But the lawyer that explained, say, if you have what is called a cooling off period, that means, say, if somebody provoke you, legitimately provoke you, and you go away, go for some weapon or something another, and come back, then you'd have had a cooling off period. So, provocation defense couldn't work there, so. Because you had time to cool off. They call it the cooling off period. I'm say, alright? That's one argument in support of provocation. But if the provocation defense is such an effective defense, as we are being told by the prosecution in this Silvera case, you know, then all somebody we are going to kill somebody have to do, you know, is make sure, say, you find a way if you can tell a credible provocation story, you know, what happened in the instant, you know. Now that everything has come to light now, we understand how the use of the provocation thing go now. See, if as we're being made to believe by all of the legal luminaries, not the common sense people, you know, and not the village lawyer, you know, because to me the common sense people make more sense for this than the legal luminaries, them, you know. If this provocation defense is such an effective defense and makes so much sense, then all me have to do or you have to do, you know, to murder somebody, you know, is kind of provoke a provocation, you know, and make sure you know eyewitness to the day, you know, and make sure you tell the story consistently and convincingly, you know. And you go on a road like Mr. Silvera. No. Them must say part of what them say, you know. Why them accept the guilty plea for manslaughter based on the provocation in large part, you know, is that there are no witnesses to counter the story what Mr. Silvera tell. So if my neighbor come over my fence and a thief out my food out of my kitchen at the daytime, and I decide to murder that boy, you know. Now that me know about that provocation, something you know, what me have to do now, you know, make sure, say, make me confront him. Confront him, you know, must time, and make sure, say, him say something provocative to me, you know, disrespectful, or something that I can prove will be provocative, and then just murder him, you know. And make sure, say, no witness to that. Because if witness there, you know, them can tell a different side of the story. And Justice Sykes and the entire justice system have to buy my defense like how them buy that one. Me smart or me fool or me naive. Or me a play a fool for catch wise. Eh? Me sure you've had hundreds of killings in Jamaica where the provocation defense could have much more credibly posited than in another particular case here. Let me tell you why the provocation defense work. I'm not hear nobody address it yet. Because the other circumstantial evidence surrounding this killing. If I did provocation and is an instantaneous fit of anger, 3 gunshots in the woman's genitals would not be the answer. Or than some random shot fly all over the place or a one shot squeeze off. That don't make no common sense. That don't pass the common sense test. What about the elaborate scheme to cover up the crime and dismantle the crime scene and give the impression that this was a death by natural cause? What about all of that, what you call it, circumstantial evidence? Because no witness on there, no. So a circumstantial evidence. What about all of that? How would that feed into the provocation defense. Because if a provocation, and temporary insanity, and fit of anger, from the gun go off, call the police and say, watch a boy. So my wife in here provoke me and a box me in my face and I tell me, say, I'm me kill off my little pitney. And my gun go off in the Tussle and she get shot accidentally. No, but that was not done. There was an elaborate, premeditated scheme for alter the crime scene and conjure up an elaborate story about death by natural cause. Me feel the DPP them lazy. And I look at airtight case. Eyewitness case them I look. Because he's a brown man from uptown. Me see man get convicted on that way. And nobody not found. Me see man convicted on that way for lesser circumstantial evidence than this one. I tell we say. As me hear one, somebody say pan for them platform. I hear that them take the people them for. Fool them take with her. But provocation. Every single murder we commit. Make sure if you search, not even use a fine tooth comb, but just look on the situation. Provocation can be made. Fine? You don't give me the cooling off period defense. You don't give me that, That is a counter. So, therefore, all me have to do then is ensure, You see like how the ICE agent of America, our law enforcement of America, the racist law enforcement of America, like how them go up on the field, battlefield more time. And then basically provoke a reaction from enough of the people when them harass on the road. And when you react now, them say them feel threatened, bam, and them shoot and kill you, Then that's all we have to do. And make sure somebody go hire Mr. Champagne and tell him, say, provocation. The boy they are coming to my yard. Here's him coming to my yard. Come thief out my pot and thief off my clothes off of my line. And my cell phone missing now and I can't take it no more. So what am I going to do? You me go set him up now. Me call him over my yard one day and say, hey, come here. Say me say you want Batman when live across the road from me. Provoke him. Because Jamaican man love hearing you call him Batman. All when them a Batman and you call him Batman, them not like hearing you call him so. And as he provoke him so now. And him go step to me now and say, start talking loud, bam, me just stab him and kill him and shoot him and kill him. Provocation. Where's the lie where the Maverick I tell you? This provocation thing here, a fool will not take people for. The people them to go for the murder. You see that cover up there, that elaborate cover up scheme there. And that, them for use and prove intent. 3 gunshot and no accidental discharge that are intent. What that tell me say? So if we don't get an eyewitness, we can record it by cell phone or tell you the story second by second. We can convict nobody. We can convict a brown uptown man. If it's a little ghetto youth though, him now go have the money for hire the attorney to come up with a creative, airtight provocation story there. You see that case here? Stinks to high heaven. But anybody who born in Jamaica, grow in Jamaica, live in Jamaica to a large extent, know say a long time we have a couple of Jamaicas. A couple of Jamaicas. One for the poor black people and one for the uptown privileged people. Have you said not more? The Maverick, have you said not more? I don't want to provoke on you, Next thing you're going to mash up on the phone. And mash up on the computer. Yeah? And I'm going to say, provocation, Maverick. I'm going to sue the Maverick with provocation. You provoke me to rot and make me mash up my phone. How much, Maverick? How much, Maverick? 1. Not few. Not 2. Common sense prevail. Village law prevail. Out of the convoluted nonsense so they try to turn people in an idiot. Jamaica big enough, but it's small. Me I left that one the right there, so. Boom! 1 Maverick. I don't see few. I never see 2. 1 Maverick. Check. Check.